Hi, I'm Danny Clark with Collectors Firearms, and this is my assistant, Josh Martinez. Today we are featuring a really neat gun. It is a Colt Walker. Colt Walkers are one of my favorite. I have sold somewhere around like 72, 73 Colt Walkers in my career, and this is actually one of my favorite Walkers that I've owned. This is a C Company number 14 Walker that has been shortened, and it's also one of 3 guns known that have period engraving. So a whole lot of Walkers had their barrels short. They were 9 inches long, and it was just too unwieldy. And so they normally just cut them off somewhere around 5 to 6 inches. And then when they became really collectible in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, people were finding them with the shortened barrels. You had restorers who started putting new barrels, new pieces on at the end of it, or getting barrels and drilling them out all the way through, and then drilling out the lug and putting a sleeve all the way through. This is a unique gun because there was a professional gunsmith who went and shortened this barrel during the period of use. There's a few different clues to this. First, they went and reshaped the lug, and they also flared the muzzle out to where it's professionally done instead of it just sawing off the end of the barrel. Put a dovetail sight in, and then right along the cylinder here is where you have the period engraving. It's pretty simple engraving altogether, but it being one of 3 guns that is known that has period engraving is pretty special. C Company Walkers were the ones that were issued to Captain Sam Walker's unit, and they were the first ones that were issued. So anytime you have a C Company Walker, it's always a special gun. This gun itself is in really nice condition for a Walker. Walkers had a very light cylinder seam, and there's only a handful of Walkers out there that you can still see the cylinder seam. This particular gun, you can see all the cylinder seam, and I've only had, out of the 70-something Walkers I've owned, 5 or 6 of them where you could really see the cylinder seam like this. Has all the unit markings on there. The 1847 is right here. Serial number here, serial number here. So just a really neat sort of belly gun Walker. Comes with a period holster. It's not for this gun. It was married up with it later, but it does fit a Walker. So I don't know if it came with a previous Walker that had a little bit longer barrel, but it does fit.
So how many Walkers were made?
There were 1,100 Walkers made, 1,000 military, and 100 civilians.
So this is a Colt gun.
Yeah, this is a military one. Okay. And the Colt Walkers were issued by their companies. Their serial numbers are C Company 1 through 220, then it went to A Company 1 through 220, B Company 1 through 220, D Company 1 through 220, and then E Company, there was only 120 left, so E Company 1 through 120.
So this came after the Colt Patterson.
After the Colt Patterson, there was about a 7-year period where Sam Colt was trying to figure out his next venture after the Patent Arms Company went out of business, and he and Sam Walker teamed up, and Captain Sam Walker, the Texas Rangers, told Colt what the deficiencies were in the Patterson, and so they designed the Colt Walker.
And the Colt Walker is the official gun of the state of Texas, too.
Is it really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. So there you have it. We have a really neat, all original Colt Walker C Company number 14. If you like this video, please subscribe.